Hey guys, I'm Amy, the alternative witchy unicorn. Welcome to my channel. This video was supposed to be out before now, but I haven't been feeling the greatest last few days. I'm also having trouble figuring out where to do my videos regularly, so like it seems like each time's a different background. Sorry. Anyways, this is my first video response slash thingy to Tarot with Ruby, but I keep trying to call her Ruby and Tarot for some reason, but it's Tarot with Ruby. The tag is called My Tarot Aesthetics. Anyways, I will link her channel down below, or at least the video, which goes to her channel, and you can like check the video out or whatever. So if you've been following me for a little bit, like my channel, you know, hasn't been here that long, but if you have followed me for a little bit, you probably know my aesthetic already. But I have two here that are my aesthetic, and one that isn't really my aesthetic, but I love to use. Now, each of these decks I have actually done a flip through on, if you want to go look at them. But I'm going to show you the one that I haven't really connected yet, but now that I have a guidebook, I'm going to try to connect with it, which is my Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot, which I've talked about a little bit. And like, I love this deck. I am obsessed with Nightmare Before Christmas. So I get a lot of stuff, not like me personally buying it, but a lot of stuff from other people that have bought me Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. So like I have a lot of kitchen stuff, knickknacks, clothing, all sorts of Nightmare Before Christmas stuff because I am obsessed. So I ended up getting my first Nightmare Before Christmas deck that had a PDF file and like for the guidebook, and that's when I learned that it's hard to learn when you don't have a guidebook, because I was like an absolutely beginner, haven't played with any tarot decks yet, and then my first one happened to be that deck, and it said with guidebook, and I didn't know it meant PDF. Well, my aunt ended up buying me the same deck for Christmas, except it came in a coffin, which is really cool, and it has a physical guidebook, so yay. So I don't know if the deck I got was like authentic or not, but this one has an actual guidebook, so I am going to try to learn with it again. So obviously my aesthetic is darker. Okay, I can't get it. I can't get back in the coffin, y'all. It's fighting me. I'll deal with you in a minute. So the second one that's my aesthetic, which if you watched my what was it, Tarot Vlogmas, you will recognize this deck because it is the main deck that I used throughout that series, and it is the Disney Villains Tarot, which I don't really consider Kronk a complete villain. He's kind of an idiot, but also makes him good for the Fool. And I absolutely love this deck. I have connected very well with it. It's one of the main decks I use. Let's see if I can get any. Oh, well, there's the Devil. I was going to say any of the main cards. Because it's kind of mixed in because I use it. Like, there's Death, Hades from Hercules. There is a couple of people in here I didn't recognize until after I did the flip through of this. So some of them confused me. And there's Iago. So, like, I really love this deck. It's one of the main ones I used. Just the cards kind of stick together. It's my only problem. that one I have been using quite a bit. And I thought about mixing the two, Nightmare Before Christmas and the Disney deck, together because they're like, they're kind of like the same art style. In fact, I think they're by the same artist. I don't know. I can't remember. I'll have to look that up. They might be. This one, I don't know, the artist ain't on here. I might have to look into that, but I kind of think they're the same artist. But I feel like they'd go good together, whether or not they're the same artist or not. And then the one that isn't completely my art style, which I have used a lot too, and it's actually an Oracle deck, but I thought I'd show it anyways. And it's the only Oracle deck I have so far. And I've meshed pretty well with this deck too, which I used a lot until I got the Disney Villains deck. It was actually my second deck I got after the Nightmare Before Christmas fail. Anyways, it's called the Garden Dragons. The Garden Dragons Oracle. And it just has a bunch of pretty dragons. That's upside down. So is that. They're all kind of upside down. I think I screwed up there. Let's try that again. Okay. Like, it isn't like my main aesthetic, but I do love the art on here. And I do love dragons. So I ended up with this deck, which actually you can only get on Etsy, I believe. And that's actually where I got this deck. It's an Etsy deck. And I just love, love, love it. I don't have very many decks, so this video is kind of short. But those are the decks. I got one more deck that isn't my art style, like, at all, and I don't care too much for it. I like the holographic to it, though, but it was a Rider-Waite deck, and I barely used it, and when I found it, because it's in a bag, because the case sucked, when I found it, the cards were bent for some reason, and I barely used it, and I was really mad. So, I don't know what happened with that. And I'm going to try to fix my coffin here. Anyways, see you in the next video. Bye, guys.